That would have been better, but it's fine now. Okay, I would have done that. Would not have done that. She had to guard there. If you were to do that, I might go here. Now you need to go there, probably. My queen also pins, so that doesn't prevent me from leaving my knight there. I see your queen. Your knight defends your queen at the moment. Can't take it, but you can't move either. I win. Okay, fine. Bastard. That'd be smart here. Yeah, that sucks. I want that square. Good read. Could be faster. Son of a bitch. Gosh. It's good. Review the game, even if you play like crap. Jeez. now. See, I mean, I chose to do that because now I feel more comfortable taking there. Okay, so now you don't want to give me the bishop pair, but okay. Well, I should be fine here. Your rooks aren't connected, so I'm tempted, which is going to be met there, but then I have time to go there. And I'd like for you to do that. If you go there, can I? You probably use your knight, won't you? Okay. Hmm. So of course we threaten check. I'd be happy with a rook trade if I can control the file. What is this nonsense? This side's exactly what I said it was, which is nonsense. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't seem right. You can't hit me. You need to go there. If you go there, I'm probably going to go with my queen. For the sake of time, I don't see a great move, so I'm going to make a fine move. I can't sack yet. But I have enough for my king, so I can go here possibly. That would be an interesting move. Go here. Chase. No, it wouldn't be. I think I'm slightly better. And you need to just take the pawn. Surely you just take the pawn, right? And I'm caught back up on clock, which is my biggest weakness in online chess. I get distracted. It's not a skill issue. It's a distraction issue. Which is kind of a skill issue, I guess. Okay. Uh-oh. But then I can go there. So then if you take, I have a mate, so I can survive this. More than survive this, actually. I can fuck your world up. If you want to try to maintain pressure on my bishop, that is. And if you go here, I'm probably, that's hard, actually. Okay, so I chase that first. That's fine. That's okay. I missed something, but it's still fine. Still think I'm very slightly better. Mm. I'll take it. It's weak chess. But we'll take the win. No, I don't re-challenge ever. Because I just go all night. Yeah, I'm not here to get better with online chess. I'm here to get this over with. It's my approach with online chess these days. Yeah. Just check your way out of this shit, man. Okay. Okay, how does this happen? Boom. I think I just can't put my bishop there, which I like to do a lot. Because then that's how I get checked around and I lose my castling rights and I lose the bishop to check. Variations. So we're just going to develop real good. And now I can be fine with my bishop there. Okay, so I think I go here. Boom, boom. I don't have that because the queen. Let's just do this. I'm not seeing the board right at all right now. Something's wrong. Okay, so you have to take. And you don't have to take, I guess. But I fucking hate that. I fucking hate when I do that. So much. So I'm like anything. Ugh. God damn it. Terrible. All right. Yeah, just don't ever push the pawns in online chess. There's no reason to. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I go with check. That's fine though. So I'm basically going to try to get that pawn for this pawn, and then get a rook to the 7th. But you just want to blunder the game away instead, so that's what's going to happen. It happens. Usually to the enemies, not me. Okay, so now let's be real smart here. Real smart. If we go here, you have to protect your rook, and then I go there. Then you can go there. That was not your solution to the puzzle. I hate to break it to you. Thanks. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Yeah. I just get so lazy when I play online. But it works fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't like to take it. I need to start experimenting with some different options. This is fine, but so now I have my bishops. Let's mix it up, Mr. 2029. Why would you do that? So now something like that. Otherwise, I'll make your life unpleasant. This will happen. Okay, I'm still going to make your life unpleasant. Could I possibly get you to commit some pawns? You can't do that. Okay, I'm going to have to push some pawns. Should be fine. So it takes. I take with. I think I'm taking with a tempo. That's what the chess people say when they try and be real smart. Hmm. I want to make you take that knight so I can get my rook out. It's a great move in normal chess. You just don't want to have to start pushing your king pawns. In speed chess at this level, they really mess up. Well, I do too when I have to push my king pawns. So you got to go there, right? Because if you try to redirect that way, then I'm going here. I'm winning your rook. So you have to go the other way. And that will make your bishop not super fabulous. I should have taken. That's okay. This is freaking drawish. I want this to open up because I'll have time to go there. You bastard. Well, that's not a good move, actually. It's interesting. It's not, but it's not good. Because these pawns are going to be fabulous resources. And you're going to kiss my ass. That's a bad mistake there. Okay, so forks, forks, forks. Don't care. Just make my pawns ruthless monsters. They were born to be from the beginning. I would almost even give away a pawn if I can get this one pretty good ways up. And then my dark bishop's going to c1. I'm doubling up my rooks. I could actually do that. Well, no. No, I can't get away with that, actually. I can't do that. Do I give that pawn for this one? Your knight's going to end up there. Just too good of a square for it to not. That's what I wanted, because you can't get these. They're just too powerful. They're powerful chess monsters. They're going to eat you the fuck alive. I even had that, and that's probably better. Yeah, it's better. But this is fine. I'd love if you take. Okay, so back rank. Okay, let's call it a night. I haven't been playing online in a while. I've had a fucking fantastic month of over-the-board chess. We're going to ease back into it. An opponent that kicked the shit out of me yesterday. All right, this is a funny chess story, and it's true. I'm not proud of it. Let me tell my story, then we'll analyze this game thoroughly. Yeah, that's a terrible move. Joking? Yeah, good immediate find. I saw that before the recommended move, whatever that was. Yeah. Yeah, got to find that. And I found it quickly. That's great. That's great. Okay. Let the rage out. Do you even know me, Peter? First of all, welcome to the stream. Do you play chess? What if I'm just an unusual fellow? Oh, he's weird. We gotta get control. It's so important that we just help people who are struggling. Bobby Fischer was struggling, but he played some damn good chess, didn't he? Let me be weird. Online or OTB, Peter? Congratulations, by the way. Time control? I don't just accept statements. I have to know everything. You're welcome. Great job again. Chess.com ID. Next, I'll ask you about your training program. Hope you know every detail of how you did it. Otherwise, the chess police are coming to get you. All right, I like that name. Now I have questions about your name. My mind never stops, Peter. I love Canadian people. Why are you fantastic? Sorry about the Trump tariffs. That's good stuff. You are me. You are unbelievably similar to me. I don't know about playing style. I'm a fan, Peter. Let's look at one of Peter's games real quick. Hey, Peter, have you ever played Piper? One of my average jokes. I tell good jokes. That wasn't one of them. But just know they're coming. I was getting a bad one out of my system. That way you let your guard down for when I crack you up mid-game. It'll be a complicated end game. You're like, this guy didn't tell good jokes. He's going to try to get in my head. And then it'll be the funniest thing you've ever heard in your life. You'll die laughing and give me your king. Okay. Did my chess.com membership expire? So why can't I analyze your game then? Look at you getting all the center control. I love a man who can control center. How much do I love a man who can control center in chess? Far more than a smoking hot woman who can't. See, the chess jokes are getting better. Already getting better. Peter, do you consider yourself a prodigy? Good move by the opponent. It's because Jesus saved souls. You can't toy with a man who has the Lord or a woman who has the Lord on his or her side. Huh. Okay. You forked him real good, Peter. Okay. That's some stuff I would do. But only sometimes. Depends on how much fight I have in me that day. Great find. Oof. As I mentioned, Peter, I love a man who plays good chess. Straight as an arrow. But don't get too tactical in the middle game. I'll change my ways. All right. When did you start playing? No, when did you first know how the pieces move? I have to be specific. After the COVID chess boom. You played your first battle at age 31, Peter. Really? What are you doing better than me? And how can I extract the good habits from your chess brain? Should I put them in a hard drive, or should I immediately download them into my chess repository? Peter. If I see you have a FIDE rating, I'm driving to Canada tonight. I'm going to say, Peter, I saw you had a FIDE rating, but you said you didn't play chess till age 31, eh? Then we're going to fist fight. FIDE. I don't even really know how to look up FIDE ratings. I assume it doesn't matter much for Americans until we reach a pretty high level. They act like they're friends. FIDE rating? That's what I need. It's Calgary Kid Yoda. I bet it's not. Shit. The FIDE is 1489, Peter. I estimate, in America, there's not a lot of FIDE options at the lower levels. I would estimate my actual FIDE skill is between 15 and 1600. But we use USCF almost exclusively at the lower levels in America. Was it FIDE rated? I'll find you if it was. Peter Oros. Isn't that amazing? I think he's an arrogant ass, but he's a pretty impressive chess player. Canada. I went to a hockey game today. You think that's all we're good for is hockey? Not necessarily. You play chess well. I'm just making conversation. That's how I make friends. It's awkward. I have one or two pre-planned introductions or jokes. And with Canadians, it's, how's hockey going? And if the conversation fizzles off from there, well, that's your fault. You should know what the fuck's up with Canadian hockey. I probably do. Okay, so there ain't nothing. Oh, there is something. Okay, so you... And I worry, because I'm not going to quit until I get to at least 1,800 USCF. So I worry when I don't play tournaments that are rated FIDE and USCF, because I'm like, eventually, all that's going to matter is my FIDE, right? So why don't you show me what I need to know? Okay, Peter, I'm over it. I'm way, way beyond it. How can I see? How can I see? Well, you've won 6 and you've lost 2. So unless there's some really, really average players that are already wanting to do FIDE-rated events, you're a solid chess player. But I don't know how to see who you beat or what your rating is going to be. 1989. That's right. Yeah, the only thing you can really do, Peter, is look at your opponents if you don't have a rating. I don't know what to tell you. I'd like to know when your first battle was, though. Hi, Jeremiah. I'm glad you're glad I'm still playing. I should be finding a wife. I just turned 30. Actually, what do you guys think about this? Well, I'm just going to put it in the chat. I don't need to tell you the details. Hans Niemann scandal. Tell me your thoughts before I run my mouth, because you're not going to change my opinion, but I don't want to talk about it too much if you've already researched it thoroughly. How does Canadian... Okay, stop. Do you know how Canadian Chess Federation compares to U.S. Chess Federation rankings? Like, would a 1600 in Canada be pretty similar to America? I'm going to have to drive to Canada. We're going to play some chess and figure this out, right? Bring in all the intermediate to advanced Canadian chess athletes to the border, please. The chess capital, baby. You say you don't know who that is. I've only said hi to Mr. Sinkfeld once, but I'm going to sick Rex Sinkfeld and then his wife Jean on you. St. Louis, yep. It's Jeannie, I apologize. But she goes by I know this is the name of the women's version of this. No, it is Jean. My first internship manager, her name was Jean. She spelled it Jean. The Cairns Cup. Yeah, the Cairns Cup, that's what it is. It is St. Louis. It is St. Louis. Good chess players. Actually, it's very frustrating. So in St. Louis, I can think of at least like 7 kids. I'm 30 years old, so kids. I mean like high school or younger, off the top of my head, who were like 1,000 to 1,200 when I started playing competitively, which was 2022. And most all of the kids are close to my level or better. But the way they get better is so freaking annoying because they have access to top-level coaches like grandmasters. They have a grandmaster in residence. So even when the kid is rated like 1,300, that kid still has some in-game technique, still plays pretty advanced openings, even gambits well. So parts of that child's game, even though he or she is rated 1300, are like advanced or expert level. And it's maddening to lose to players that overall I am more competent than, but their skill in certain aspects of the game are strong. And if I only play them once, I don't have time to figure out which are the weaknesses and which are the strengths. Sometimes those kids tear me up, man. Don't. It's a miserable game. I mean, why not? Why didn't you? No one likes a negative YouTuber, dude. Love it. Wish my brain worked that way. I couldn't even have casual sex with a supermodel. I'd have to marry her. I don't do anything halfway. OTB is a whole different game. Isn't it, though? Isn't it? Okay, explain why you think that, please, Peter. Maybe, I'm sure some of our thoughts on why, because I agree with you, will be the same and some will be different. I would even go as far as to say online chess can be detrimental to over-the-board progress, depending on where we're at in our journey. I'm not sponsored. Fuck it. I like you. What's your chess.com ID, Jeremiah? You want to trade brains? Chess.com ID? See, I'm so tired. I forget to put ID. I've actually noticed when I really play chess online for a long stretch and don't sleep, if I look back at a speech I gave or a video I did, and I will I'll make perfect sense. My rate of speaking is fine, but every now and then I'll just forget a word or add one. I think that's the first step of a man losing his mind. And not including ID when I ask for your chess.com ID would be a perfect example. Girl, I want you to know I can get you out of my head. 1995. When's your birthday? What day? What day? I just turned 30. If we have the same birthday, I'll send you a party hat and 30 candles. I couldn't have said that better myself, Peter. November 15th. Enjoy being young. 30 is where we can no longer make any arguments for mistakes in life. I mean, I will try, but no one will listen. You're 29. What'd you do? It's not a felony. Give him a shot. What'd you do? You drove 2 miles over the speed limit? Out. You just turned 30? Go to prison. That's how it works. You have, 6 more months of youth? Not a kid, but youth. They do. I actually am going to try to resist online chess until Tuesday because I should have board 1 in round 4 of the over-the-board nights in St. Louis, and that'll be about a 1,700 player. I'll have black. And then from next Tuesday, I'm going to do an hour a day on this, and I will get my blitz over 2,000. Then all my time controls their peaks will be over 2,000. I'll have to win one rapid game to get back over 2,000. And then I might damn well just do unrated challenges when I stream and not play anymore. It's unhealthy. How about you mind your business, robot? I don't want to. That's ridiculous. Yeah, as I said, after I pushed that pawn, I should have doubled your pawns. Knight g5. It did like I figured it would like that move. That was just a little bit of an interesting move. When I sense I'm the better player, I sometimes just do silly things, which is often. Yeah, a little premature. I thought about rook e4. I just didn't have a plan. Okay, and then yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah, why not take the free pawn, right? Can't be doing that. Okay. Knight 34 is good. On a vision quest. I like that. Man, I like the way you talk about chess. We played each other? Really? When? When did I play you, Peter? I'm sure it wasn't another Dayton. Wait, no, because Dayton's a unique name, and Peter's very common. I should be asking if I know another you. There's only one of me, baby. Hope I didn't hurt your feelings, Peter. Oh man. Do I have to search the time control? I don't think I do. How do I do this? No, that's not it. What was it? It was Yoda something. I'm Calgary Kid Yoga. Calgary Kid. Where did you catch me in my chess journey? At Calgary Kid. How do I search you? I figured that would do it. Apparently not. I don't understand. I've never really messed with chess.com search engine. Yeah, okay, so that's shit. There we go. That's right. It would appear, Peter. Oh, it's your other account, isn't it? Why would you send me the other one? Why would you send me the not primary? Oh, Pete's Poker. Pete's Poker. Ooh, you caught me at a bad time, Peter. It would appear Pete defeated me. Ah, this is cool. This is why it's hard for me to hate chess.com. Well, I can still hate what they did to Neiman and not hate their app though. Too many good memories on this shit. On January 8th of 2025, but look how far I've come, Peter. Oh, that was after one of my downward spirals. First, let's put this into context. 1 year. When did I reach my peak? If you come in a downward spiral, it still counts because I lost. But oh, I believe the world is burning to the ground. Oh well, I guess. That's right. I definitely hit my peak. Okay, I hit my 2007. I don't know why it's not taking me to that next little cliff, but it's 2007 right there. So you caught me after my downward spiral. We'll look at Peter's progression later. What happened here? How'd you beat me? Do you remember every move? Do you have a Magnus Carlsen memory? You can tell I'm being lazy, even when it's the better move. If I start doing that, and if I push my pawns early, it's a sign I don't want to play chess anymore. That was uneventful, wasn't it, Peter? Very impressive. Very impressive. Don't even mention losing to me. I can't stand it. Okay. Teach their own, Peter. Ooh, the 50,000 club's prestigious. I think I'm one win away from being back in the 50,000 club. Okay. So you went from brand new. Really didn't know the piece moved. To there. I need to study you for your shining star. Your Blitz and Bull need work, Peter. Not to be hateful, but I know you're better than that. Great picture. Where's that? What beautiful scenery lies in the background there, Peter? Looks fabulous. Only Canada could offer such lovely sights. Yeah, okay, you played a similar number of games to me. It makes me feel better. It's beautiful. Do you rock climb just for the view, or do you rock climb competitively? There's a real serious rock gym right by where I live, so I know the difference. That's what we Americans do when we want to feel close with nature. We go inside an air-conditioned building and look up a few hand grips. And then we say, "Your turn, Canada. We can climb rocks too." But in Canada, we climb outside and we climb high. We don't use that stupid harness, for we are fearless and skilled. Those Americans are pussies. Okay. Must come down. It's coming down to something I don't want to see. Every hour happy. Life is wacky. Used to have to guess me. Ow. Okay. Put down. Now I'm the Aspen. Went from having my city locked up to being treated like that. Now I'm fantastic compared to a weed hat. You worked at Horseshoe Casino? When? I worked there. A mutual coworker, Jeremiah? Jeremiah. I'm pretty good with names, but I don't remember Jeremiah. Did you deal at Horseshoe? Okay, first of all, let me just say, I'm so happy to have someone online say, "Hey, I know you from an employer that's not Walmart." That means that shit, which led me to chess, is far enough in the past where that's not even a job that's relevant anymore. It's you're that guy that worked at Horseshoe, not that guy that got fucked by corporate America and had to sell your house. It was embarrassing. Love that. That's a super interesting freaking mindset. And Donald Trump is fixing it, like, dislike him. He's a competent man in business. And I think it's exciting to master things as well, Peter. That's why when I say chess is a miserable game, I mean it. Why do you play chess? To master it. Just because I can and it's possible. In corporate America, that's the main issue. This is how you promote. You got to be good, and you got to impress your boss, and you got to see something that's not getting done and take the initiative. And oh shit, but now you're a little better than we thought you were, and you're kind of intimidating your boss. So let's ruin your life. Why not master things, Peter? It's great. I wanted a free solo. I prefer to do that on my guitar so I don't die, but teach their own. Broke in on blackjack? You're one of the crap stealers. Yeah! I remember you. No, I remember you. I really do. Do you have a pretty chill demeanor and you're fairly big dude? Yeah, doesn't chess connect people? And you mentioned you played chess, Jeremiah. I remember this now. I tried to keep a low profile, mainly just due to PTSD from my previous job. I just don't want people knowing about me, and I like the casino and everyone who works there. So I try to not tell them about my shenanigans. But I do remember Jeremiah now. I've not seen that movie. Jeremiah, are you still at Horseshoe, Jeremiah? I feel like I need to see you to make sure. I'm almost positive. You dealt blackjack too, though, right? I hope it's the same person I'm thinking of. Let's just stalk the shit out of you. You don't do pictures. How mysterious. I need to see you. Where's your LinkedIn, man? This isn't worth it. I'm spending my Saturday night stalking another man who doesn't have a. Yep, because I liked you. I liked everyone, but there are some people that we like, and we're like, yeah, they're cool. And there's some people that we like, and I'm like, I could vibe with that person, and that was you, probably because you play chess. Personal strife. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you at Six Flags? Is that what I saw? Ooh. Is poker your next challenge? Your next mastery challenge? At Peter? That's all right. No, I should be messaging women with hourglass-shaped bodies on Instagram. And they're mid to late 20s. So I don't need to be looking for you online. Oh, shit. Are you good, Jeremiah? I want to set up a bro date. Peter and Jeremiah poker. I'll deal that shit. Jeremiah, I'm beginning dealing again, actually. Tuesday is my orientation. I'm already hired. I'll be back in action. If you're in St. Louis, come sit down with me, man. I love dealing cards. I like your attitude. Yeah. Well, with the way I view probably both this time. It's looking like both. The way I view poker is like chess, except for we can actually get lucky for a little bit. Like, let's say I sat down with Peter and I played poker with Peter and a few poker players at his level. I could get, I wouldn't, I'm not bad. I could get lucky for a while. And my luck would run out. We would find out Peter is the superior poker player to me. But in chess, we just find out faster who's better. We might get lucky on a move, but even for one game, if an athlete is much stronger, that athlete's going to win. Poker is it's just a delayed chess. I can hang in there a little bit against the best. Skill don't always beat pocket aces for one hand. That's my saying when it comes to poker. Yeah, I'm afraid of that. I am a licensed table games dealer, as Jeremiah mentioned. We met at a casino, and I'm going back to dealing cards. And I started, aside from I worked in big tech, and I'm convinced robots are going to take over those jobs pretty much now. So I'm an software developer, and they're going to replace the best software developers, which means I'm irrelevant in tech. So let's shake things up. No one sits at those machine blackjack tables or whatever they are, because gamblers don't trust robots, do we, Jeremiah? Not usually. You put arms and a sense of humor on that thing, and gamblers know it's a robot, they're going to say, I'm going to play with the humans now. And I'll say, my table's full, perfect robot, no one likes you, humans rule. But I dealt also to cure my gambling addiction. With chess, I've seen Hikaru Nakamura talk about this. You might just waste time, but you're not screwing your life up. With poker, I would get into it, and Peter, I probably would get pretty decent. I would just, lose everything, and then some. Ooh, yeah, it's possible. Is that the one with the Penguin guy? I don't know his actual name. Penguin. He's a streamer they had on PogChamps. I call him the Chess Penguin because he's funny. And everything with me is chess. I wouldn't be on the internet if it weren't for chess. So if you want to call yourself the Penguin, you are now the Chess Penguin. What do you mean by living like a monk? Do you sit in the forest and chop wood with your mind? Shit, Peter just broke another fucking tree. How do you do that? How did Luke Skywalker do that? With mind power. What do you think about pills, Peter? No sinning? If a 10 out of 10 hot woman, I won't use a chess woman because, I actually do respect them and they don't deserve to be, looked at for their sex appeal. But also they promote themselves as models, so I'm going to do it. If Alexander Botez walked in and said, Peter, I want to marry you, but first I want to rip, I'll stop. How serious are you about no sinning? Let's not be mean about the Botez sisters. I didn't mean that. They're chess people. They don't have bodies or desires outside of chess. They just sit there and they play chess. That's what the chess women do. It's hilarious because I would hit on the chess women unless they told me no. Good one. But some of the chess women have said on stream stories of men not appreciating them for their brains. Let's just say that. And I also know a great deal about them from their streams and specifics from their chess content. And when it comes to the Botez sisters and several others, I also know about recent tournament results. So how can they get mad? Oh, he's just another guy. He just doesn't appreciate us. Women don't belong. And then I just start spitting off 8.5 out of 9 at Sardinia, second place at Botez Chess Camp. Is he obsessed with me? No, I can tell you the fucking order from Botez Chess Camp. And in my closet, I have pictures of Daniel Naroditsky. It's the chess, not you. Jeremiah, feel free to sub or let me just friend you on chess.com. I'll send you a friend request on chess.com, Jeremiah. Okay? Where was your ID? Can you resend your ID before you log off? I want to be connected. Where was Jeremiah's ID though? Do you chess.com ID, Jeremiah? That's right. All right. Don't forget to accept, please. Hope all is well. If you're in St. Louis, come deal some blackjack. I'll take you to a chess club, give you a tour. Or I'll ask someone to give you a tour. What up, Jeremiah? So great to hear from you. So great. I'll turn him into a fucking prodigy. Everyone's a prodigy in my eyes. They're already prodigies. I'm just going to bring it out so the world can see it. I just want you to glow. All right. Big J Curtis. How awesome. Okay, Peter, I think I sent you a friend request. Which account do you want to be friends on? Calgary Kid or your original? Why is it printing? That's a glitch. And I'm so concerned that the world's going to just go dark because look at my screen right now. I want the mind of a champion more than anything. Desire is the first step. It's the heart of a champion. It's the heart of a. It's the heart of a. Hey, hey. I'm going to watch these. Do you say A? Do Canadians get offended when I automatically assume that you say A? Okay, first of all, I'm excited already because did you see the organization? I would like to check on your folders, each of them, and the folders within those folders. But I can just tell you're going places. Thought provoking something. Stockfish, what? You're cheating? Mess him up, Peter. I'm on your side. Unless I'm playing you again. Oh, don't mess with India. They're doing well. Smart. Way to scout him out. Nope. We're like-minded people, Peter. Starting from scratch, see how strong you can get. For raging? How did you rage? You can't get in trouble for raging. I mean, look at Hans Niemann's case. Apparently, they can do whatever they want. Why would they punish your chess account for raging? Oh, for cheating. So you got muted. Muted as in banned? Did you get banned for cheating, or did you get muted for raging? Peter, what does that even mean? What does it mean to get muted on chess.com? Chess is silent. Did you violate the sportsmanship? What did you do to violate the sportsmanship conduct? Tell someone to go fuck themselves? Just use the asterisk and say you meant fun. Go fun yourself. As in you're just a little salty because I kicked your ass, so be happy and then come back and re-challenge. I can't talk in clubs or forums. What did you do? What did you do? Am I gonna look up your name and there's gonna be like all kinds of red flags across the internet? Are you a bad apple, Peter? Is that really what happened? You said fuck? Because I've said some. Well, I guess I have. It depends. I've said some way more um, personal things. You wrote your rage. I've written my rage all over LinkedIn, especially regarding the Hans Niemann scandal, and no one's blocked me for that. Boy, have I said some stuff. Of course, I know it's true. So, what do you think about the Hans Niemann thing? I'm about to quit chess over it. I'll tell you my actual short-term chess plan. But first, what are your thoughts on the Hans Niemann thing? I hate even talking about it. Decisive. Nice castle. Castle real good. Good word. Hmm. Fuck him up here. Get him. Queen E2. Only because I predict the future. Oh, look at that. Maybe I don't predict the future. I think I do. Oh, interesting. So you immediately determine that the discovery is not an issue? Forgot my shortcuts, apparently. There we go. That's what it was. Yeah. Some would say I'm dislikable. I agree with you. Yeah. I think that's my conclusion. Is Hans Niemann's probably not a very likable or nice person. But chess is the most objective sport, hobby, pastime ever. And the question is Hans likable or did he cheat online? It's did he cheat in round 3 of the 2022 Sinquefield Cup? The answer is no. So charge him for being weird, dislikable, mean, ungrateful. He's the best young American talent. Why is he not getting invites? And it's a bad look for chess. Really, really terrible idea because one, Bobby Fischer was insane and mean and arrogant. Right where he's his life from it. Um, so the only reason America has any chess scene at all and chess history is Bobby Fischer, who was an absolute lunatic. Hans Niemann's not worse than him. Um, and also, it sends the message that if Magnus doesn't like me or hears of your channel, oh, I'm not about that. You're just going to ruin our lives. And then you want people to buy memberships and take lessons, um, chessable courses. Well, what if I improve too, and someone doesn't like me? It's going to ruin my life. It's a terrible business strategy. Is it? Why is it the best chess book because it's instructional or because it's just informative and interesting about Fischer's life? Is it to get better or to be entertained slash learn about Fischer? The St. Louis Chess Club had that book on display. So I think I know the answer if it's that one. Into what made him the way he is, slash so good. We should do a book club. I read one book a month. Since I moved to St. Louis, especially when I was dealing overnight, really, really messed that up. Profile of Prodigy. I'll get back to you on a book club, on the possibility of a book club. I'll get back to you on book club ideas and potential dates that work for our schedules. Last question for you, Peter. I like you, man. You moved to St. Louis. My two good friends, my two intellectual friends. I have a few other friends, but they moved. So pretty much just me thinking alone, which usually leads to suicide. Um, how did you? I'm assuming you taught yourself chess. If yes or no, please elaborate on how you became a 2000 level online chess player. Meaning just with chess.com's tools? He's my favorite. No bullshit. Actually, I like him. I think he's the best for any level, but especially getting over the intermediate plateau, which I would say I feel I can't remember exactly. I'd have to look at my progress, but I feel like one of my major plateaus was like 1500 something. I feel like I sat in my old apartment's dog park forever. And I just cried and kept playing over and over. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Like there was a deal on chess.com talking about coach of the year, and it was Mistina Belankaya and a few others I didn't recognize, but nominated as top coaches. And of course, they would be better coaches for really good players. But usually, except for Daniel, when I'm listening to streamers explain, it's not that I don't understand it or they don't do it well. It's that I don't think you can teach somebody from scratch. Like I think take someone like you in 2021 or whenever you started, and let me be your coach. Like if somehow I could go back and I was as I am today, or vice versa, you today and me when I started in December of 2020. I think a lot of times that's a better coach for a beginner. The learning curves, the information, it's more recent. We just went through it, whereas someone like Dina, who is very, I mean, she's stronger than we'll ever be, most likely, and her peak definitely was. Like, it's very hard to go back and remember what it was like when you were fucking 6 years old. Very hard. It'd be very hard for even Magnus Carlsen, which he explains things very well, and sometimes he even dumbs it down okay. But it would be very hard for Magnus to remember, okay, when I was 8 years old and I was learning that, how did my coach teach it to me? And then did I get it the first time or did the coach confuse me? How can I not make all he knows is he's too fucking good at chess for everybody else. And so would Magnus be a better teacher for a 200 elo aspiring chess player than me or you? Probably not. If so, it would take a lot of effort for him to talk more in instances where he doesn't want to, talk less when he should talk more. And I'll give one example, Peter, that you might find interesting. Um, I overheard a conversation where an instructor was explaining a skewer. Not only did he use the word skewer in the explanation, but he moved on from it. And the whole time, anything after that, I guarantee you the kid was like, what's a skewer? What's a skewer? And in my mind, just hearing this, I'm like, okay, not only would I never ever use the word skewer, I would be thinking of how can I tie it to something the student already understands while again never using the word. And then I would make a note however many lessons later to bring in the actual term, which I would probably describe at a high level as the reverse of a pin. But to just say skewer, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what a strong player has to struggle with. Is the rest of that hour is going to be irrelevant because you introduce a concept, either assume it's understood, or maybe you want the student to do more research on his or her own, but you don't say it because to you it's so natural. And that student quits chess. I think that happens a lot, and not just in chess. By the way, I played baseball and football growing up, and you got to be careful with your training approaches. And really good players or experienced players, it takes too much deliberate focus to not confuse or intimidate. And that's why I might be able to coach a brand new player, get them up to speed better than an elite athlete sometimes. But not Daniel. Daniel's the best there is. And he's handsome. There was a video of, again, Miss WGM Dina Belankaya in a hotel room with Daniel Naroditsky. I think it was at one of the candidates tournaments. I'm like, is she going to get to stay with Daniel? Thanks. Armchair expert style. Cool. Put that on my resume. I'll teach some chess. But there was a lot of clips where Dina and Daniel appeared to be staying in the same room. I know Dina has a boyfriend now, and he's also handsome. He's a master in Charlotte. Like your armchair expert style? No, I just assumed it was a compliment, and if it's not, don't tell me. But I was jealous of Dina the whole time because she got to stay with Daniel Naroditsky. I want to stay the night. I don't think that's his name. I remind you of Dax Shepard. By appearance or by personality? I'm, you're giving some good explanations in the background here, Peter. Hmm, interesting. Daniel's not her boyfriend. Isn't her boyfriend's name Peter, actually? Yeah, it's him. That's him. I'm just going to try to steal all the chess men from the chess women. Hope then I'll flirt with them real good. Okay. Greek guy. What do you mean Greek guy? Daniel Naroditsky fumbled Dina? You mean? Did Dina like Daniel? Was Dina interested in Daniel? I don't know. I'm not in that circle. I'm afraid we're all too fucking attention to detail. We would just psychoanalyze each other until we fist fought. Dina wanted Daniel. Does Dina even live in America? Yeah, I can't tell when the chess women are joking. I actually don't watch their non-chess related content for that reason. I don't get it. I seriously can't tell when they're joking. So it's because they're too intelligent. Daniel should be priority one. I don't know. I don't know how Daniel Naroditsky and this hashtag Me Too hashtag call it out bullshit has to stop. Dina Belankaya was doing fan house content, posing very provocatively next to chessboards, and that's cool. That's cool. She's making money. Women can do that. I have no problem with it. But I do have an issue if you then go say, yeah, but don't look at the chess women as anything but chess players. I'm like, no, I'm going to think about bending you over the table because you're posing next to chessboards provocatively. Now, if I say that, oh, you can't say that. This is why we got to get them in. This is why we got rid of Alejandro Ramirez. Whatever. I can think about whatever I want. I can even say things if you're going to tempt men. If I take action, that's an issue. And I don't know how Daniel Naroditsky did not get raped. Looking that good and being that strong at chess. I don't know how women are not following him out in the parking lot, looking that good and playing that strongly. Dina is the most attractive woman in chess. I only know the streamers, but well, I know a few players. I would say the most attractive chess. Well, yeah, a lot of the streamers would probably be the most attractive. I won't give my thoughts because I am in America and they have had some supposed issues with manly behavior. And the Ramirez thing, I understand there was evidence. I don't mean that you can actually do what he did, supposedly. Um, but yeah, don't like tempt men and then get mad if we look. Get mad if we do something. But women want to be viewed as attractive. So don't do modeling and dating shows and pose provocatively by chess sets and then, oh, he was staring at me. Stupid. But I would say there's 1, 2, 3, 4 off the top of my head. There's 3 or 4 that are tied for just about as sexually attractive. Um, 3 streamers and 1 player that I find pretty much the same, which is very gorgeous. Dean is one of those 4. And then 5 or 6 that are right there with him. And if there's a tie in physical beauty, it goes to Elo. You need to know your Elo. Yeah, and Andrea is very pretty. Her, I mean, she's not like too young, but her personality wouldn't mesh with mine. But yeah, and Andrea's pretty. If just off physical attraction, I guess Andrea too. Anna, Alex, Dina. I think Nemo's very pretty. And then Jennifer and several others. But I honestly, after the way some men have been attacked, and the Ramirez thing specifically, again, he seemed to have been wrong. But there were some specific names, and then I've seen like the hashtag call it out, hashtag Me Too stuff, and I really would not approach a chess woman because I think that's very hateful. And if a man is wrong, he needs to be told. Like if I saw a Me Too meme or a call it out, and I knew that guy had first been spoken to privately, and then there was documentation of that, which I think Ramirez, that might have been the case. And then after being privately spoken to, it goes to the club or wherever the event was, whoever was holding it, they get a chance. And then if you need to involve lawyers or a governing body, that's great. But just to go to social media, and even worse, to do the hashtag call it out, hashtag Me Too, vaguely, instead of giving very specific details, ideally, again, using the name, I think is reasonable if you want to ruin someone's life. But being vague, like men in general, or this is what happened at a chess event, you get men wondering, like, am I about to get sued? Am I about to be blacklisted from chess? Is that me? Is that... and also, it makes young women think that all men are the same way when you just hashtag call it out. And when we're young and impressionable, I know I was, we all were at one point, and we just see our peers that we respect saying or accusing men of these things, we will begin looking for it subconsciously. And I think, and I do think Alexandra Botes handles that from what I've listened to of her talking about those situations. I think she handles that with the right mindset. I'm sure the other chess women do too, not just her, but I've heard her talking about it in very reasonable ways, which is not hateful or bitter towards men, but recounting her experiences that seem to have been too far and advising against that. But I don't think she does it in a way that makes young women afraid or hate or bitter towards men. And the last thing that they want is for men like me, an older man, who I'm old enough to work, make money, contribute to chess business with content, is to say, I don't want to go near you because someone might say I looked at a woman funny, or I was looking at the pawn and I was trying to figure out if I could sacrifice. But the young woman wanted to be like her older peers and said I was staring at her body, and now I'm a pedophile, so I will just not play chess anymore. That's what I feel when these bitter older women, who are average chess players, very average chess players. Yeah, it's sad. But very average chess players who, quite honestly, if I got a chance to do it full time, I don't know that I would be much worse than them. And it's great that they're dedicating their lives to it. They're passionate. But, one, I shouldn't have to bow down to you because it's not my fault. My high school didn't have a chess club. My hometown, Springfield, Missouri, still only has like a senior center. And my college didn't have a chess club either. So it's not my fault I never played chess until I was 26. I was never introduced. I never had an opportunity, and I was forced into physical sports. So for me to like respect someone because they've been in chess longer, which unless you're, an international master, I'm not going to just respect you because you played chess. You also have to have some money, or your parents do, to play chess as a kid, like mine did in baseball, to buy me bats and stuff and pay for tournaments. So the reality is, most people that are, masters had their parents not helped them or pay for their stuff as kids, like mine did with baseball and football. Yeah, they would have never played chess. They'd be working a job like some kids I Uber drive, who are quite honestly sometimes nicer. And I'm not going to bow down to you just for that. Like I owe you or I need to pay you my dues. Also, I'm older, so I'll just go deal cards. I don't need that shit. And then you add the element of I can't look at an attractive young woman who is of legal age when her peers, like Dina, who's an attractive woman, is posing provocatively by chessboards. No, I don't want to be anywhere near that. And I actually, after the Hans Niemann situation and two semi-influential chess women followed me on Instagram, liked a post, and then unfollowed me just to fuck with my mind, like childish cyberbullying shit. And I'm like, that's fine. Right now, I'm planning to get to 1800 USCF, which will be very easy. Now that I have a job again, I don't have to worry about, any financial issues. And then 2000 and all time controls online, and I'm happy to quit. I'm 30. Yeah, but it was a like to screw with me. It was a follow, like, and then unfollow. Yeah, chess is a miserable experience. There's nothing fun about it. I'm with you. I've proven my points. I would like to have a few adult experiments. Sounds, mad scientisty, but adult projects to take them from zero, as long as I didn't play as a kid at all, like literally didn't know how the pieces move like I did, and get them to 1800 online, which, as you've experienced, now that we've made our mistakes and done a lot of things right with our chess, 1800 online is a fucking joke. Just to prove it's possible. You've tried to get other people to a higher rating on chess.com, you mean? Yeah, I agree with you. And to add on to that point, the hard part is getting people to believe it's possible, which I don't know when you tried, but showing like my journey and yours. And there's a few others. There's Belisa Chess is an interesting story. And her introduction to chess was similar to mine, though I think she had some minor experience as a kid. But most people don't think it's possible. And for me, so I had a really, really competent female boss, and then leadership at the top changed. And I think she got old and a little bit bitter. I was nice to her. And all she had to do was transfer me. She kind of tried to ruin my life. But she taught me how to learn and taught me most of what I know about systems. But until I had my, 3.5 years under her, maybe a little bit more, about 3.5 years, I would not have thought I could learn systems or even build software. I think I could build with a team, a competitor to SAP or Oracle. But without my experience under her and the lessons I learned under her, I wouldn't have thought so. And chess is the same way. So why would I have tried with tech? I was actually ready to quit after my first evaluation, but she worked with me a lot. And chess, if we didn't believe, just like my experience with tech, I would be ready to quit. So when people say it's possible, I think that would fix a lot of the motivation issue. I've read Peak, in and out, front and back, forwards and backwards. I'm tired. When was it written? Do you know? I might read that. See, the reason I don't read as much as I used to. Well, I mean, my only tech experience was 2012. Yeah, my only experience in tech was at Walmart's headquarters, and my first exposure was 20 years old. But I looked at some things 'cause I got the internship when I was 19, but I didn't see software at all until I was 20, and much more now. But even back then, there were a lot of consultants, usually from Deloitte, and I'm not sharing company secrets. Not that I give a shit. They don't follow the law. Um, but Deloitte consultants are essentially incentivized to make sure Americans learn enough so they don't get fired, but not enough to where we are near as good as them. It's a very terrible incentive structure to use consultants in tech often. But they just had me reading all these books, and I was a kid, so I was like, they're trying to help me. I'm gonna go read this stupid ass ERP book, and then on SRM, supplier relationship management, how it connects to the next gen. And I bet if I read this book, I'll understand that. But until I started breaking things and sending articles through the different stages of procurement, I didn't understand how systems talk to each other. I didn't understand the flows. I didn't understand code. But finally, when I realized they were full of shit, I spent hours, any amount of free time I had, which in corporate America, my team was the only team that did not directly make the company money. Literally the only team at a giant corporation that did not directly make the company money. So naturally, executives don't give a fuck, right? I think in my whole time there, it was like one issue that even made it to the E-suite, which is pretty impressive. But there was a lot of issues. They just don't care. It's not making them money. But that means if no one's breathing down my leadership's neck, I have a lot of time to explore. So I took a lot of training courses. I practiced a lot of speaking. I talked to a lot of people, learned about every area of business. And I realized that, yeah, like books are good. Hearing from experts is good. But at some level, it's so much more important to learn how our brain works. And whether that be chess or music or anything, I think once we learn one thing and we understand how we think and see enough examples where that made sense to that person, why did that not make sense to me? And sometimes it's because I didn't approach it right. Sometimes because my brain is just not wired in the right way, and we just do that. I think then when we go to learn chess or something, and most of my chess notations that I'm writing if then else statements in my notes because that's how I try to think about it. And it might be better to not learn chess that way. Like I guarantee you, most grandmasters would never do anything like they're not actively saying if then else, if then else. But when my brain was still growing, and obviously therefore not like it is now, where it's completely developed as a man, as a 25 plus year old man. Since I learned that approach to thinking and solving problems with systems when I was still flexible, I'm trying to extract that, like the advantages of when we were kids, and use some of that for chess. And that's why when like people say adults can't get strong at chess if they didn't have some exposure as a kid, I do think it's super critical to have just minor competitive exposure. Even if it's just like 1,000 level, like Jules Gambit is interesting. She could get a lot stronger than me if all things were equal, we put the right time in and stuff. Because when her brain was flexible, yeah, she had neuroplasticity. Yeah, because she had some exposure. She wasn't any good as a kid, but she has it in her brain, and she already shot up to like 1900-ish over the border, a little below. And I will not be able to do that with chess. But if I can take something which systems, and I memorized a lot of shit. I got into memory Olympics during college. If I could take some of those approaches and how I taught myself to do those things and find similarities to chess, I can minimize some of the disadvantage of not learning chess until adulthood. So I would like to read that book, but I don't know how much like reading other books on peak performance would help me. It might even make me worse because I would just overthink. But yeah, the book I read, I'm going to note that though. Mastery by Robert. Is that the author? I don't want to. I know what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to be a late blooming fucking chess prodigy. So don't tell me what I should be doing with my life. This is the. I mean, I've read books on similar things like rest and recovery and transitioning, but that is the main. That is the main book I've read, and I actually read this during COVID lockdown when I thought I was supposed to improve with code, but it got me fired instead for proving competence as an American. So here we are. And I read, that's my first introduction to the Polgar sister story when I was reading about code. Well, I was using it to try to learn code. I was applying basically some basic techniques they thought grandmasters used and violinists and memory champions to try to teach myself code, and it fucking worked. Just give me the confidence to risk my job. But a little more stressed than I used to be. Yeah. Yeah, act dumber would be good. I would still have my corporate job, right? Yeah, that's one theory. Act dumber. Don't give. I've seen I don't know if it was that guy talking about negotiation. You don't give your enemies too much insight and stuff. And quite honestly, I just don't give a fuck anymore. If someone wants to ruin my life, I probably don't care enough. Sounds depressing. Well, I guess I don't think that other people care enough about me or anything but themselves to really worry. Maybe it makes me sad. Maybe it hurt my feelings. Maybe I want to be liked. But if I killed myself or if I was happy, or it wouldn't matter to them. So why would I really worry? And that's how I view most things. Like, you want to trick me, you want to fuck me over. Just don't hurt anyone I care about. It's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. There's everything about me. Just don't use AI to say I said something I didn't. There's my words, as weird as it is. Just take it. What do you have to do at work? You don't just climb rocks and play chess battles. What do you do for work? Seems like a mysterious way to approach work. Though again, I wish I would have done that shit. Corporate America is nice. Not very fulfilling, but my ex-girlfriend was pretty. She was nice too. And now I'm pretty lonely. Just play chess all day. Landscaping. You play dumb in landscaping. Let's talk about that another time. I'm gonna go walk my dog. Peter, it was great chatting with you. Appreciate the conversation. I appreciate the chess video. It was quality explanations. And I will look forward to battling in the future. Again, I might just pop up in Canada, eh? You as well, my friend. If you ever go live, please send me a challenge. I would love to play on your live stream in the near future. We'll talk soon. We'll schedule that and we'll hype it up like the Andrea Botez Dina Belankaya fight. It'll be Prime TV. All right, man. We'll see you. Have a good one. Hey.